Hello, and welcome to another of the Chronowalkers Genesis Battle Champions Origin Set Primers. In these videos, we look at the new champions coming to Genesis Battle Champions and just kind of do a breakdown of what directions we think they can be built in, and then look at some key cards relevant to the decks we want to build.
We're here with our champion, Sara, and let's look at what she does. First off, she has 18 health, 150 aura, no energy reduction, with a forward awareness and the affiliations of Phage and Chaos. She has a drain attack of 1 at swift speed, interesting. And let's look at this final ability, Blood Craving. It's continuous. Ally summons gain Carrion Feast.
But what's Carrion Feast, Eric? What does that mean?
Ooh, let's see. Carrion Feast. If this summon kills a summon, it gains 1 health. I don't see enemy summon on there. Does it mean it also works on allies?
Whoa. You can kill any summon.
Any summon. But it sounds like she's buffing summons, which means that she must be a summoner, right?
Yeah, probably the summoner direction kind of makes most sense, you would say. Professional review, yeah.
That's right. She has very low health. In fact, it's the lowest health in the game. Is saying a lot, right? Like, that's not a lot of health, so what are you supposed to do with it?
Yeah, but I will say, as you alluded to, Swift Attack, and this is the first and only Swift Drain in the game. That's going to go a long way to buffing that health pool.
Yeah.
At 18, tied with Rain for the lowest HP in the game, but one hit, now you're tied with Kendra for the second highest, 19. And then if you hit more than once, and come on, like, champions get in the mix, they're going to hit more than once, more than twice. So Sara's effective HP is realistically probably 20-21 at least.
Yeah, but that starting HP is very low, so
yes,
you don't really want to get in the thick of things and just start hitting the enemy. You might get bursted down, stuff like that. So it can be used on your own summons to get some life back.
Yeah, I think a key part to when you're playing Sara is don't be afraid of hitting your own dudes. But if a summon is like out of position or just like you don't feel it's going to be relevant to what's going on. I mean, sometimes, especially with some of the cards we'll be talking about later, you could just have too many summons that they can't get in there. So eating a summon with Sara or eating it over 2 turns to just gain some health is not unreasonable at all.
Yeah, that's right. You know, all your Vidutas are swarming the opponent, and then so you have to kill one so you can keep hitting them with one of your bigger summons.
Absolutely.
But you know, not only can Sara gain life off of hitting your summons, but your own summons can gain life by killing your own summons.
Yeah, absolutely. They have to do a bit more work, right? Yeah. Sara just gets to, every time she hits, to gain some health, and they have to kill something, but absolutely. And like, the significance of ally summons, this could have been just like summons you beckon, but by just blanket statement ally summons, well, for one thing, in a multiplayer format, I know we mostly do 1v1 content, but like if you're playing like a 2v2 with some friends, ally summons includes your friend summons, because that's a thing. But like more so than that, like by using this templating, ACG is saying that, hey, Call to the Bones, the new Viduta swarm, which we'll see later, or even Replicate, one of the new Phage mechanics. So like all cards that we're talking about, they all lean into this. It doesn't matter how the summon got onto the battlefield, whether you beckoned it or if you called it from the subconscious.
Yeah.
If it's allied with Sara, it has Blood Craving.
Yeah, and I just want to bring up, does that mean Sara is going to be top tier in multiplayer?
Yeah, maybe. Just like half of every multiplayer team in the 2v2 meta
has it be Sara in the 2v2 championships. All right, let's see it. Nice.
So for our competitive players, there is going to be an opportunity for them to really show their kind of chops and analysis on the board, with that whole summons cannibalizing each other play pattern we talked about earlier. Because it's not trivial to do that, right? If you think a summon, one of your summons going to attack another one of your summons, that summon's giving up its turn, it's exerting itself earlier in the turn. Like there's a lot of equity you're giving up to do that for just 1 health. That being said, it's kind of an opportunistic thing. Sometimes it'll feel very free to do. So I think competitive players, like knowing how to analyze the board and know when it's safe to do that and when they need just the positional pressure of summons in certain arrangements, Or when they think, okay, they have this AoE, like otherwise they would have played it on the previous turn. Therefore, this arrangement doesn't matter. That guy's going to be dead anyway, no matter what. So I will eat that guy. So there's going to be a lot of opportunities for competitive players to show their analysis, I think, with that kind of a play pattern.
Yeah. Yeah, because there's going to be breakpoints, right? Like the 3 health of Tsunami, the 4 health of Bolt Shot.
Yeah.
And if you can, you could sacrifice a 1/1 to get your 3 health or 4 health summon out of range. That's definitely worth it. Yeah, but I mean, she can kill her own summons, but obviously you'd prefer to kill your opponent's summons, which unfortunately makes her ability a lot weaker in a low summon meta.
That is the unfortunate part of Sara. There's not a lot of summons going around. If you're the only one bringing summons to the table, then that Blood Craving Carrion Feast gets... I mean, there isn't a feast, unfortunately. Sara needs the feast to get the health.
It's an unfortunate horror movie of people trapped in a desolate area.
Yeah, sad vampire trying to make vampire puppies and vampire kittens, and there's not enough vampire puppies and kittens to make into vampires. It's very sad. Yeah,
it's so sad. But anyway, well, let's look at some of the summons, right? Like, she's got a lot of summons. First summon is Inferno Crawler. So this is an HE, and so hopefully with our HEs we get a good summon. Right off the bat, we see that it is a 6/6, which is pretty good. What we like to see in our HEs. But then we can look and is that a typo? Is that
What
is that? Why would they just copy and paste the same thing? Dash and then dash again? What?
Did the file get corrupted? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. And then it's a trigger, not immediate. Anyway, so yeah, this thing can dash twice in a turn. So at the start of its turn, both triggers go on the stack. You dash. Which means it can just move or may move, and then it can do the same thing. And then of course it can move and then move again, so you can move up to 4 spaces in one turn with this card.
Yeah, critically, move is not rotate as well. Like, we're so used to in our move phase that we got to move and rotate simultaneously. Dash is only move. Kun players would be very familiar with this.
Mm-hmm.
That is move without rotating. But I mean, like, if 2 movements isn't enough, you've also got your 2 movements and rotates as a summon with a swift ability. Like, it's kind of nuts, right? Like, despite it's getting these 2 free moves, they still felt, you know what? No, we can make this a swift attack ability. It's fine. Everything.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I mean, this thing moving 4 times with its swift ability can hit from so far away. It covers almost the entire arena.
Yeah, I think we need a bigger arena.
I mean, that's what multiplayer's for, right?
Sure.
So then you put it down, you put it somewhere safe, and then turn goes off, boom, it runs off across the arena, kills something, gains some life, and it's a happy Inferno Crawler.
Yeah. So yeah, ticking up from 6 to 7 is, I think there's 2 cards in the game that do more than 6 damage. But yeah, like, so going from 6 to 7 damage is like, that's a huge amount.
Yep.
It means that, like, Violent Biomet, Angel of Retribution, we're so used to 6 damage haymakers, and that's why Inferno Crawler is here. The synergy with Sara, killing another enemy summon, and then getting from 6 to 7 health, that's a lot. So, good synergy there. But talking of, I guess, more good synergies, the next one is Emergent Worm.
Oh, Emergent Worm, hey, it's one of our favorites. It's back again. What a surprise.
But yeah, 6 chi, 3 health, left and right awareness, quick beckon, range fire attack 3, and a trigger of range fire attack 3. So this is one we're not quite sure about, because the fundamental problem with Emergent Worm is that Sara has a low health pool, and Emergent Worm, to really get that trigger off, you have to be in the thick of things, which is like, if you got that low health pool, it's a little scary to do. Being able to bring in the Emergent Worm, it kills something, and then immediately ticks up to 4 health. That's an interaction that's worth taking a look at and testing and figuring out if it goes well. So,
and then similarly to what we were talking about in our Bazin video about quick beckons and warp, there's also quick beckons and move together, which is a movement card in Phage. And it kind of also works with quick beckons. If you get attacked and you don't have anything around you, you can quick beckon something and then move away with it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that is definitely something to look out for as well.
Yeah, I will say there's going to be some odd positional stuff, though. Like, you may have to run Sara in and then turn her backwards or something. It's just with the awareness on move together, right? It's the left, right, and back awareness. So.
Yeah. All right. Let's take a look at our next card. We've talked about this one before as well, but Malefic Impalement. This is an 8G ability. It's not a summon, but this is a summoner technique that you want to play, because again, like we said, Sara wants to stay far back and just send her summons at the opponent, and Malefic Impalement, so you send all your summons at your opponent. You can hang in the back away from any danger and just hit them from far away.
Yeah, and also protect them. Like, let's not forget that negate is like oh, they're gonna set up for a tsunami or some other area to kill yourself. Well, you're probably going to be able to predict what space that would have to come from to hit all your dudes. So then you can just cover that space. A line of play we also mentioned earlier, but worth mentioning here, because, I mean, we're not going to force everyone to watch all our videos, I guess. I mean, maybe we should, but we won't, because we're good people.
Don't tell them the secret.
But, I mean, speaking of staying at the back and doing damage from afar, our next card also kind of wants to do the same thing, but it's another summon. It's not Sara. So that's Winged Elate. So this is another one we've talked about before because it's just a solid card. 18 aura, 6 chi, 4 health, electric attack 3 at swift speed. It has flight, which is actually kind of important. It wants to conjure a 1/1 Viduta every turn and then just kind of fire them like an aircraft carrier at your opponent, and then if it needs to get into the thick of things, having that flight lets it fly over all its friends that it brought in. So that's another summon that wants to kind of do the same things as Sara.
And notably, those summons have blood craving. If they kill anything, they can gain some more life.
Yes.
And they can also be food for your summons. If you just need some extra pressure and there's nothing else, you just bring that emergent worm, kill one of your Vidutas, and get some health on that emergent worm.
Yeah, because name something better than bringing a summon into the world and then killing it for your own betterment. Is there a better betrayal?
Well, I think I can name something better.
How could that possibly happen? That's impossible.
Well, there is something better. It's bringing five summons at once. I think we can swarm the opponent, right? With Viduta Swarm. Our 7 chi conjure 5 Vidutas for 18 aura. And now we have all the fodder we want, and these can attack the opponent, gum up the board, prevent them from getting to you, be food for your other summons.
No, really solid card. And just like Call to the Bones, which I'll call out here as the previous effect we saw like this, you don't have to put one summon in each spot of the awareness, which is actually a common early new player misconception. I had it too. You can actually put them any number, you can put 3 in one and then 1 in 2 others, or 2 in 2 in one, any kind of split you like, which actually means there's a little bit of a synergy with area summons, or area damaging summons, with Sara as well, because if you bring up guys, you can stack them up, because that blood craving is if the summon kills a summon, it gains 1 health. So stack them up and then gain a bunch of health at once, right?
I mean, your opponent can then do that to you, but...
Yes. Oh, yeah, I mean, yes.
Hopefully you can play around that. And, maybe you have too many summons on the board.
Yeah, that is true. 5 is a little much. I don't know how to move around that many guys. Could you help me out here, Eric, with something?
Yeah, exactly. You've gummed up the board for your opponent, but you've also done it for yourself.
No. So
let's turn those crafty little 1/1s into actual cards instead of just 1 life with our next card, Repurpose. So Repurpose, new card, 5 chi. This is an enchantment, so you can enchant yourself, and it says at the end of your turn, you may sacrifice an ally summon in your awareness, or a skill attached to you. If you do, then draw a card. So this thing is great, exactly what you want, right? You can get rid of those extra summons in front of you and draw some extra cards, because you have a lot of aura, so you want to be able to spend it.
Now, Eric, were you aware that Repurpose is, in fact, a skill when it's on you?
Oh, no way. Really?
Yes!
So you're saying that you actually have skills now?
Okay. Wow, I was trying to have some fun and you just stabbed me. Okay, cool. That's fine. No, that's fine. That's life. You gotta do, that's gotta happen, yeah. But yeah, to go with this, this is actually a really solid thing for Repurpose to have, because it means that it's At the worst, it can always just be 11 aura to equip repurpose, and then at the end of your turn, you immediately get rid of it. Like, if you really need to do that, you can do that. And it means that late game copies aren't as dead as they could be. But I mean, ideally, you want to combine this with like the Viduta Swarms, the Winged Aelits, just kind of sacrificing those 1/1s. Yeah.
Exactly. That's a definitely good point. This is almost like Drawbreak, and that multiples isn't that bad because you can just sacrifice them to themselves to draw cards and cycle through. Obviously, you can just draw multiple cards. If you play a Viduta Swarm and you have a couple of repurposes out, you're drawing a bunch of cards.
Yeah.
Which is great. And then when you don't really need to have that much card draw every turn, or you're running on summons, you just sacrifice them to themselves, and then you have more cards.
Yeah, aura will be the break point. Like once you get to the low aura game and you want your energy cards, not your summons, that's when you start sacrificing repurpose to itself.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess that is our Sara primer.
Brought by popular demand.
By popular demand, yeah. There was a lot of calls for this, so we're like, okay, we'll get this one out sooner. And as always, I mean, check our general primer, because there's lots of great cards we didn't mention, because they go in every good Chaos deck and every good Phage deck. But yeah, hopefully everyone enjoyed that. And like, comment, and subscribe, because like Sara literally appeared because people asked for it. So if you ask for something, I guess we're obligated to do it, is how reality works now. So yeah.
That's right. Yeah, and I guess we're just subject to the whims of the masses. And we'll see you in the next one.
Yeah, peace.